G'day, how you going? My name's Chevy, and I'm going to give you 5 cracker reasons to become a pescatarian. Okay, number 1. Fish is delicious. If you use creativity, spices, get locally sourced from your country, not frozen, not from some shitty third world country where it's full of pollution, tastes good, okay? Number 2, it's really low in fat. It doesn't make you fat. You eat heaps of it and feel good. You're not have to worry about it. Number 3, you don't smell as much. People eat heaps of beef and lamb. They smell like shit, bro. It's just so bad. Your body is hard work processing all that red meat, man. Okay. Number 4, better for the environment. Okay. Oh yeah, I know fish they are depleting, but cows, come on, they're way worse. Okay. Number 5, it's easy to digest. I know red meat, it's a bit tough on the old digestive system, especially or even chicken. I think processed meat in general, it's just really hard to digest. I think it's not always been this way. I think it might be due to factory farming and hormones and steroids and all this terrible lifestyle. It's not natural. People are oh, bro, it's a circle of life, man. Humans eat animals, animals eat animals and shit. Nah, circle of life, it's one guy with a spear, hunting a mammoth. Not one factory with a billion cows, being chopped up full of fucking genetically modified soybeans and slit their throats and sent to a little fucking package. All these kids are eating chicken nuggets and the cow fillets. They don't even know where it comes from, okay? And you just, that's 5 reasons why. I'm pretty passionate about this because one of the biggest morals. And if pescatarian isn't that good, I'm still a dickhead, okay? I know I'm fucking raping the goddamn forest. Oh, the raping the oceans. But you know what? It still feels better, okay? And things like oysters, mussels. Peter Singer, this famous philosopher, he got to a point where he is trying to rationalize whether or not they feel pain and whether or not it's morally just to eat such creatures. And you know what? They haven't got a spinal column. They haven't got the nervous system to feel pain. Okay, so eating seafood such as mussels and oysters, I do not feel guilt for killing these beings. I could kill it myself. However, if you can't go out there and slit the throat of the animal you want to eat, you shouldn't buy that because you can't do it yourself. You're just paying some gangster to go murder these animals for you so you can, it's a luxury, It's a luxury, bro. You just want that steak burger for luxury. It's not essential, okay? I've eaten steak in 5 years, man. I'm not dying, okay? I still know how to lift occasionally. So you don't need it. It's a luxury. It's a luxury the same as having a lazy boy. One of those $10,000 couches that go up and down. You don't need that shit, okay? That's the same level of how much you need that. Oh, I may need it for health, whatever. Okay, everyone's different. But there is a majority of people that do not need to have red meat and chicken and pork and all that stuff regularly. And also, if you go wild at eating pork, chicken, beef, lamb, all that stuff, you don't even want it. You start to smell it, and you're ugh, except for a Korean barbecue, that shit smells really good, but regular steaks and stuff, it doesn't smell that nice. Because it's hard work, I know the carnivores, they can't refute me on this, that every time, you eat a big piece of meat, it takes a couple of days for your body to actually get that through, because it's ugh, your body's using energy, it's using all its resources to push that through your esophagus and through your small intestine, your large intestine. Look at lions and stuff. Look at the, animal kingdom. They eat so much heaps of red meat, always sleeping, or just chilling out all the time, okay? Look at Japanese people. Japanese people don't eat much red meat. Longest lifespan in the world. Now, I know correlation is not in causation. They are, very relaxed people. They have Confucius values. They have drinking a lot of green tea. There's so many things that make them live longer. But you cannot refute that there is a direct correlation between low red meat diet and an increase in lifespan. Now, I think you can be healthy and eat red meat, right? Maybe think about our ancestors, okay? Now, I always think about what is good for you and the world, and I try to think of relevance to hundreds of thousands of years of human evolution, okay? Now, I think the amount you used to eat meat back in the day, you know, maybe like you're hunting around with your bros and they've got a couple of spears and stuff, and like maybe you catch a cow, like a mammoth, like once a week, maybe once a month. Now, I think it's normal to eat like a wild, fresh, you know, grass-fed meat maybe once a month, but eating like chicken nuggets and triple cheeseburgers 3 times a day, that's not the circle of life, man. That's not like, you know, just you using your advantageousness of being an intelligent human over other animals. No, that's just like someone trying to get rich and they're extorting and raping the resources of this world just so they can get a little bit of profit, and they're fucking with your head, with your stomach, with your weight, with your health, and your mentality and your values in order to make a buck, okay? Now think about it. If you wanted to get rich, you could spend like 50 years programming the mentality of a population and make a core value. Like, you know how much in films and stuff do they make it seem like you're a tough guy if you eat meat, you know? Like, you're one of the boys, like, you're allowed, you're a sick cunt. If, you know, you're like eating your burgers and shit. How many vegan, like, or, you know, just plant-based guys or girls you see in Melbourne TV, not just like some vegan warrior. They're not like, you know, wearing spectacles and pale and like super neurotic. No, some people that eat plant-based are just like super chill, just like, you know, loving, just want to hug, you know, they're super energetic, you know, they're still like good bodies. So like stereotypes, man, gotta be careful of that, hey. You know, gotta keep on to that. And so, yeah, I kind of went off on that because this is a really passionate topic of mine. Why 5 reasons to go pescatarian. But I'm not trying to influence them. Everyone's got their own passions in life, okay? Everyone's different. But it worked for me. And honestly, I feel once you learn something and it works and you're kind of like semi-mastered the art of it, it's your like moral responsibility to share it with others, okay? It's like almost I'm being a criminal not to share my experiences with diet, okay? Now, it doesn't have to start straight away. Like some tips if you're eating like a lot of meat all the time, maybe just try like a couple of days a week, like just having some veggies, maybe, you know, maybe a couple of oysters every now and then, maybe some mussels, whatever, maybe a chuck of salmon, but like just go, you know, slow and steady wins the race, man. Like, don't all like go snap like, oh, I'm going vegan straight away. Like, you know, if you know what you're doing, you have to work over years to get the recipes, and like you have to make it part of your morals. Like, to do anything properly and go long term, not just a little fad, it has to become one of your core values, you know, like brushing your teeth or like not looking at strangers on the street if they're weird looking, okay? It's something that becomes second nature to you after a while. Now, to me, I do something for so long because I've made it my friends, I've researched it, I've got one of my core values. It's not like something I want to sneakily get some fried chicken on the side. No, I don't want to, because it's who I am. Like, I've made it that way. I've forced myself to think like this way, and I'm happy about it. And you can do it too. And what I get out of this, what's my purpose, motivation? I'm not trying to preach others, you know, eat less meat. Like, it's just, I see people, some people look tired, some people have stomach problems, some people have gas issues because their stomach is having difficulty digesting all these processed meats. And it's kind of doing me a favour, okay? Because I live in the world too. Now, if someone's a bit slimmer, someone's a bit calmer, someone's a little bit more energetic, I get benefit out of that too, okay? So it's not just because I'm trying to be one of those preachers like, yo, I'm the best because I ate less meat, you should be like me, okay? Not like that at all. I have a million flaws, okay? You're probably better than me. You're probably better the person I am, okay? But it's just something, this is a little facet of my personality. I've developed a strong opinion on it. And you know what? If you're interested in that, like, I should be able to share it with you. And you shouldn't be like, no, you're a fucking vegan warrior, mate. You know? You shouldn't say that, because it's just everyone's different, right? Everyone's different. It works for me. It might not work for you. But it's not up to you to say, you know, you're a shit person because you're conflicting my values. Because think about it. Every couple hundred years, how much do values contrast? Like a couple hundred years ago, imagine if 90% of the people wanted to burn down every woman who is good with like medicine because they think she's a witch. But then 10% of the population is like, nah, man, maybe she's a nice person. Maybe she just like used some chamomile tea to relax someone. She's not a witch, okay? Let's not kill her. But I bet you 10% of the people, everyone's like, why the fuck are you being such a radical vegan warrior, mate? You're such a goddamn leftist fucking dropkick. You know, then a couple of years later, everyone's like, not burning anyone at the stake. That's totally irrational, okay? But the majority shifts, okay? Nothing is truth and factual. It's always evolving. So the current perception of what's normal, in 100 years' time, people might look back on that, be totally different, okay? So don't be so complacent thinking that what you know is right, because it's always evolving, and in the end, you might be the bad guy, you know? But it's all up to perception. And history is always written by the winners. Think of it that way. History is always written by the winners.